Hello, hello. This is the Estuary, episode 3, reporting to you live from beautiful uptown Manhattan. You're going to hear some ambient noise. We got some chatter from the neighbors downstairs and above. So be prepared for some of that. We got fireworks. This is a noisy neighborhood. So you're going to hear some pops and some whistles from all sorts of different pyrotechnics out there. I wanted today to talk about control. So, what I've noticed in myself and in others, whether it's protesters or whether it's coworkers or whether it's family members, are varying states' desires to control the way this is happening with COVID-19. What do I mean by that? You have some people who are trying to make sure that they never encounter a droplet, a virus-laden droplet ever, right? They think that that's not going to happen if they exercise perfect external control, we'll call it. What does that mean? I'm gonna stay 20 feet away from people. I'm not gonna leave my house for 30 days. If I do, I'm gonna bleach my shoes. I'm gonna bleach my keys. I'm gonna Lysol my face. I'm gonna Lysol my fucking dog. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna exercise such perfect control that it's impossible that a virus-laden droplet could ever land on me or get in my lungs. It's not gonna happen. That's one control. Then there's intermediate external control, right? People are like, you know what? I still got to go out. I still got to get some sun. I still got errands to run. Maybe I still have to go to the grocery store. I'm going to do what the government has recommended and what has worked in the past, for instance, with the Spanish flu. And I'm going to put on a mask and I'm going to keep a healthy distance from people. And, I'm going to exercise due precaution. I'm not going to fool myself into thinking this is going to mean that I'm never going to get a droplet on me or in me, because I'm realistic and that's probably impossible. But I'm going to mitigate, right? I'm not going to let the perfect be the enemy of the good. I'm going to do a reasonable job, best job I can, let's say, without going nuts, right? So that would be like an intermediate form of external control. And then you have internal control. Internal control is where it gets kind of interesting. Here, I'm interested in controlling stuff right in my body. I'm going to control my stress levels. I'm going to control my sleep levels. I'm going to control my fitness levels. I'm going to control my diet. And I'm going to control my vitamin intake, my fluids, how connected am I to loved ones. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting an outlet with, creativity or with entertainment. In short, I'm going to do all these things that I can control with what I do and what I take into my body to keep myself strong, right? And as we all know, the immunoresponse is a function of a whole host of interconnected phenomena. It's multi-factor. It's not just, it's genetic. It's based on your sex, your ethnicity, what you eat, what you don't eat, what you drink, what you don't drink. Do you smoke? Do you work yourself up to a sweat daily? Do you sleep 4 hours? Do you sleep 12 hours? All these things, right? And that's another form of control. I think any reasonable human being can look at all these forms of control and realize that some blend, something in the middle is what makes the most sense, right? It's foolish of me to go out and completely not heed any of the public health advice that's been, the mandates, because we know they work, right? And we live in a community where we are trying to protect each other. And as has been said in those countries in the EU and abroad who have been very effective with masks. My mask protects you, your mask protects me. This is just what you do in a community. This is good, right? And it's worked. Same with the distancing. So you want to do some of that, but you also got to control what's going on here, right? With your mind, your body, your spirit. You have to stay strong. If you weren't strong already, maybe you weren't living too cleanly, and we've all been there. This is the time to shape that shit up, because you need to have that internal control, knowing that it's impossible to be perfect, but you're going to try your best, right? To control the things you really can control. If I go outside, I can't control whether some invisible droplet may have gotten outside of my armor, my mask, and maybe just gotten on my glasses. And then I got home and I touched that one speck. It was a 1 in 10,000 chance, and I got it. I can't control the extent to which I'm going to be bombarded in a city with infected material. I just can't. It's going to happen. But what I can control is this. I can get strong and stay strong so that when the inevitable infection, or rather ingress, of the virus occurs, I fight that shit off, right? We live in a connected environment, whether you're in a city or you're in the countryside, and we need to take care of each other. We need to heed the public health mandates, but we also have to take care of ourselves. And if we haven't already, this is the time to start from here until the rest of your lives, because the viruses have always been there and they always will be there. But the stronger you make yourself, the less chance you have of catching anything and passing it on to others. You're doing others a service by keeping strong and controlling what you can control, and you're doing, of course, yourself a massive service.